Welcome ladies and gentlemen. In this video I'll show you tips and tricks as to how you can avoid being an easy target here in Hunt Showdown. It will cover 5 main subjects, which often leads to dying hunters. This video is mostly for beginners, although I see a lot of high-ranking hunters dying in the same situations. Keep in mind, these tips and tricks are recommendations and are not meant to dictate how you play if you prefer other playstyles. Alright, let's get to it. So, you just spawned in the game, and the very first thing I recommend you do is not to rush for the first clue right away. Instead, make sure no one else spawned nearby, and as you can see here, there are many spawn points close all around the map, and enemy hunters will often try to kill off the competition right away. Just keep in mind that most players have the same idea as you, and you'll often get into a good gunfight here at the start. Unless you hide, of course. As you can see, these guys was ready for a fight, and if we have just gone for the clue right away, we've been easy targets for a shot in the back. The big audio traps, which is the crows, the horse, dogs in kennels, and the chickens in the chicken coop. If triggered, these can be heard across the entire map, alerting enemy hunters to their general location, and function as a taunting mechanism for nearby enemy hunters. The same principle of course applies to shooting your gun off unless it's silenced. If you do set any of these big audio traps off or have to shoot a zombie trying to kill you, be sure to get out of the area right away unless you want a fight. There's little to no reason for 2 players going for the same clue. It won't be that faster unless you need to kite a meathead, and you'll both be exposed, not being able to see what's coming. Instead, I suggest you make a deal with your partner to cover one of the other, so you can see the danger coming from afar, warn your teammate, or get a good hit in before this happens. I just spent 2 bullets and wiped the team in a matter of seconds, because they are both in the compound going for the same clue without cover. Being too close to your partner is also very dangerous, since you are both exposed to explosives. As you see here, one single dynamite stick is actually enough to get a double kill on the bounty carriers. Walking near anything that can go off, like an explosive barrel, oil barrel, or any kind of lantern, will easily end your life in a matter of seconds. I see one player up in the house. I think I killed him with an explosive barrel. Being a stealthy assassin is definitely a thing in this game, and I love it myself. Although there are many situations where people crouch and sneak around where they shouldn't be. In this case, it's semi-open areas where it's very easy to spot you and get a very easy headshot. Also, be careful not to stay in close quarters like this house right here when you're in a gunfight. As you can see, it's very easy to get a kill in with little to no effort, since he's trapped in there. Setting up traps, especially before the boss, but also after the boss of course, is a very good idea to keep yourself safe, since if you're killing the boss, you won't be able to hear much if someone opens a slide door or crouching down the hallway, so therefore blocking the entrance of traps will leave you with an audio cue as to when players will actually come and get you, especially if you're playing solo. This has saved me a lot of times. One of the most dangerous situations you can be in is when you are killing the boss and some other enemy team is coming to kill you. Therefore, I suggest you kill, in this case, the butcher silently with the concertina bomb or the poison bomb. If you use the concertina bomb, you can simply throw it in the middle section of the boss lair and kite him around, killing him quickly as soon as you get him into the trap. Now, this is one of the absolute safest ways to actually deal with the boss, since it's quick, it's silent, and no team will know that you're there unless they simply stumble upon the boss lair the same time as you. And don't be afraid, if you take a little hit or two, you will get up to 50 health back when you're banishing the butcher, even from those permanently damaged health bars. And yes, you can also kill the spider silently by using melee, as you see here, and use the lanterns for some good additional damage. And the great thing again about this strategy is no one will know you're here. And especially with the spider, it will take a lot of time just shooting it down, so you won't really lose much time trying to melee it. As you see, it takes a lot of damage. And well, if you take some damage as well, you'll get it back from Banishing or nearby health kits. It is also a great idea to have a lookout so you won't get ambushed or blown up at the boss lair while either killing the boss or banishing the boss. And in this way you'll be able to see the danger coming from afar and maybe even get a good headshot in. Plan your route carefully. In this case, these guys can be seen the dark side on the map, although you'll see in this clip that it doesn't actually matter, since they'll be going through the swamp, open area and deep water, and even in the fog they are very easy to spot. I see them, I think, north. Yeah, in the water, you see?
Yeah, I saw one. Yeah, I saw the one.
Kill one.
Yeah. Dude. Okay, I can see the second, he's northwest.
Saving a few seconds by going the straight line to, well, the supply cart in this case, is definitely not worth it in my opinion. Instead, spend a few more seconds running through the forest or running behind buildings to use cover, since, well, you won't really get in the same situation and leaving me with an easy chance of getting a headshot like that. For the last recommendation, I suggest that when you actually have the bounty, that when you try to escape, do not go for the nearest and most obvious extraction point, since that's where the campers or ambushers will be waiting for you. Instead, take the less obvious choice and run a bit further. They won't be able to catch you unless they are in your way. The bottom extraction point here can also be used if you want to be completely unpredictable. I hope you enjoyed the video, ladies and gentlemen, and please feel free to provide feedback in the comments below, drop a like if you liked the video, and subscribe if you want more of these Hunt Showdown videos. Alright, stay safe, and as always, I wish you a happy hunting.